Hey everybody, this is Christina,
And this is Mo.
and today we're going to show you some steel cutting. This is the file. We're going to cut one name
And that's for Christina, though.
to show you how it's done. As you can see, there's animals, names, so and so.
Okay. So, well, Christina loved to ask me to use these machines on Sundays to cut what she's selling. She has a nice store online. She sells some really good jewelry. But I'm the one who have to cut it for her anyway. So, and that's what we use this machine for. So, do you want me, or you want to go ahead and explain it, or you want me to just?
Let's go ahead and put the steel.
This is the file. We're just gonna choose one piece for now, just for the purpose of this video, and I'm gonna choose. Let me just get this one here. I'm gonna cut just this name for now. Usually we cut them all at once, but so this is a vector name. I believe is about an inch, 1.1 length, side to side, and about 0.3 or something. So these are to be used as necklaces, right?
Yeah.
And these are custom made, so customer will send her what name she want, what color she needed, either gold or stainless steel, silver. And then we'll get the file ready and cut it and just get it done and send it to them.
Yeah, but we can also do other shapes, sizes. Like we can do the same thing and do it for a horse stable or a bedroom wall.
Yeah, so the size we can go bigger. It's not only, I think we can go up to 24-inch if we need to. But in this case, we use, for this purpose, we only cut small names because you don't want to sell somebody a necklace that is 24-inch. Right, so it has to be tiny and it has details and stuff on it.
You never know. Some people might like it that size.
Yeah, right. So what we have here, we have this fiber laser cutter machine, and it's, you can go ahead and get closer if you want. It's powered by fiber, and actually I love fiber though. And also it's water cooled. It need water to cool down. If not, it won't work. It need also air, high pressure air, and the air has to be cold. It's supposed to use nitrogen, but the price will go really high, so we use air, but we cool down the air. Alright, so we're gonna now grab a piece of scrap or steel that has been used, and we're gonna place it in here. But prior to that, we have to start the machine. As you see, there's a red dot here. The machine is on, but sometimes we have to clean the lens, so I'm going to be really quick on this. So this is the protective lens, that way no reflection is back to the head. So sometimes we're going to have to clean it. It's just with a cloth, just rub on it gently. This is the lens that protects the laser. Just going to slide it in. Water is flowing right now. I can feel it when I put my hand here. It's cold. This pipe has water. This is where the laser come in. And actually, this is where the air comes in. I'm sorry. This is where the air come in. And this is where the water inlet and the water outlet. And this is the head here. Whatever is inside is just mirrors. And this one, it's the sensor that senses how high is the. And this one is a copper nose. We clean it sometime, but in this case still clean from the last job. So let me put this one back in and get the file. Alright, so the machine is on, but it's still in no go, because you see here on the top, if you look at right here on top, it says it wants to connect. Alright, so let me just move everything out of the way. And all I have to do here is click reconnect, and Says the hardware connected successfully. The system will go to original. Continue. No, I do not want to go to the original condition. But still, now it wants to measure the Z. It wants to align the head with the piece of work. So let's put everything back in. And then all these are homemade, you know, so put this in here. Line this, because sometimes the steel is not 100% straight, so thickness is different also, so you gotta make sure. All right, so this is where everything is gonna go right here. Let's say we're gonna cut just right here. Okay, so now when we click the Z original, let's see, I'm gonna click it, but at the same time, if you want to zoom in to the machine and see what's gonna happen. So when I click the Z, the head will align itself with the upper sensor and the lower sensor. So it went down all the way to Z home, which is all the way up and is weighted now. So because it's the first start for today, so I have to make sure that the head know exactly how is the ideal distance between the nozzle tip and the stainless steel to have a great cut. It's a lot of adjustment to be done here, but we're not going to worry about that at the moment.
Yeah, but you know what? I just noticed when you put your finger there, if you can, real quick, it does show an alarm showing that you touch the nozzle. See?
Yeah.
So that's good.
Yeah, we don't want that to happen when we start cutting. So now the machine is ready, but I just need to make sure that it is 1 millimeter between the tip of the head and the surface that I'm going to cut, distance, the curved distance for cutting. So to do that, I'm going to go to System Analysis here, FTC, and I'm going to calibrate the head. So when I click this, you watch what the head is going to do. I clicked it and I would say yes, and then the head is going to go all the way down until it literally barely sense the material, and automatically it knows how far is it from the home, which is going back right now. And now what you see, once it's done, yes, it tells me here the head calibration is done. And the rest of the letters, I believe it says excellent, some. So we're not going to worry about that. We're going to go back to the drawing again. So now we know that the head is aligned. The name is ready. You're going to ask me what is these lines inside here? Well, these lines here, the lasers, we don't want the laser to pierce here, because if you pierce here, what happens? It's going to make a hole. Okay? It's going to make like a micromillimeter hole, but still that hole is going to show. So what happened? We tell the laser, start here, start in the center. We don't need this whole thing. Start in the center, go all the way to the edge, make the turn, and then go back to the center. That way we're sure the whole thing is cut out. You will see that. Okay. Same thing in here. We tell it start far. We don't want it to start here. You start here, you're going to damage this, and you're going to send your client a damaged piece.
So how do you fix those lines?
Okay, so all right.
For example.
Yeah, for example. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna. If I want, let's say this line, we do here when we bring the name, we do manual lead lines, and let's say I wanted to start here and touch that, then make a circle.
Okay.
So here I wanted to start here, so I want to make sure my laser start a little bit far than where the cut will start. That way, if any damage of the laser person through the stainless steel, it will be right here.
That's really simple.
Outside the cutting area. But because this one is a circle, and I don't need the inside area, so it's okay to damage this area because this is going to fall under the trash. Same thing for these. Same thing for everything. So the only thing you got to make sure that you cut it from the outside is the outline. The rest of the stuff is the inside, because this is going to be hollow here, like an A or an O or an L. but we don't want to start cutting from here because what happened, we will damage the whole thing. So we just give it a little bit of space inside. All right, so while this is say and is waiting there, I don't know if the remote works. Just give me 1 second. Don't hang up. Okay. Okay, so we don't need this mouse to move, so we can use this remote to control the up and down, left and right, start, pause, and the air and all that stuff. Okay, so the name is there. All right, that's not the size of the name. It's too small, but it's taken the whole. It's another file in the software. I don't need to do nothing in the software anymore. So let's come here. All right. So here I'm going to push the arrow to the left. You see the head is moving to the left. I'm going to move the arrow to the right. And this is the position where I want the machine to start. All right. So let's say here. All right. So I have to make sure that I have air in the system. I have gas. Okay. And this is the button. See? So we don't hear no gas. I turned on everything, but I left the valve closed. So yes. Let me go ahead. Just wait a second. Let me go ahead and open the valve with the air and.
That's something to always make sure we have is air.
Yeah.
Because if not, it won't pierce through, correct?
No, it won't do nothing without air. Laser by itself without air, it will not excite the stainless steel and you will not cut it. You need to have kind of an air, either oxygen or a nitrogen. The cheapest way is the ambient air. There's a couple tricks to it, but we'll get that fixed and figure it out. So now we don't pay for air, we just get the air from the air. It's free. All right, so let's just don't freak out. So here, you can feel it, and I'm gonna show you here, touch it, let go, touch it.
And I see the light turning brighter also every time you push it.
Yes. So we make sure there's no moisture in the air. It is a lot of filtration system all the way in the back that we install to make sure that and the air gets into the head clean, because we don't want to damage no lens and we don't want no moisture to build up there. That's why they're required to use a nitrogen for that, but I'm using normal air just by tweaking it a bit here and there. So I have air. Now I need to make sure that my cutting area is within the space that I have. Okay, so I'm putting a frame. Now it shows me here, this is the frame that I'm gonna use to cut. Okay, frame. So that way I don't start and for some reason end up going all the way to the right side and it would damage the head, and I don't want that. So I make sure every single time I have a job, I have to put a frame button on it. Make sure that I'm within the area. So we got the frame, we get the gas. What's missing now?
The cut.
The cut, yeah, the laser, correct. So I'm gonna close the door. All right, you can stay at the side. I'm gonna close the door, and then you can zoom into it. Okay, so you can zoom into it if you want. All right, now I'm gonna push the start button here. You have the shade of the remote, and that's fine. That's good. That's good. That's good. So I'm gonna push the start, and now here we go. We start cutting. As you can see, you start cutting the insides first. And if you can show the software here if you want, real quick. That show you exactly what the machine is doing right now. And look, every cut she does, she starts from where the white that we did is, the dot, it goes, it cuts the circle, and then it goes back. I think I forget to put a lot of detail, but that's fine. It is no problem, the cut will be perfect. Now it's cutting the outline. And this process is all about detail. The more detail you put in the cut, and don't expect the machine to do it all. So you have to know exactly what to expect the end result and how the machine works. That way you can direct the machine exactly how to do the job. Every job is different, every cut is different, so you have to know exactly what you expect in the end, right?
It's almost done, right?
Yes, it's gonna get all the way to where it starts, which is that dot there on the left side. And then once you get to that, that's it. So now, let me pull it. Let me open the unopen it. So now we're gonna open the door. And then, oops. Now there's a lot more work to be done to this name. This is not, it has to be polished and cleaned and buffed and so many things. But cut is done. Make sure if you can get it out. There you go. So this is, let me put up my hand and see if you can see it.
Yep,
See,
it says
yeah,
William.
Yeah, it has a lot of black. It will all go away. We have a process to get rid of all these and bring it down to a shiny stainless steel. But yeah, this is the cut, and it's exactly the same as what you see right there in the monitor. And remember, this is like 1 inch, so there's so many details and here and there. Once we get the product finished, you will really see what difference. So it's not just cutting it, it's also the process of getting it all the way to a finished
But
product.
you can also do smaller than 1 inch.
Yes, it's smaller, bigger. It's up to you. Whatever orders you're gonna send it to me, I'm gonna cut it. So there is no limit what can be done. It's just not names, symbols, logos. Anything that can be traced can be done. All right.
Thank you, Mel.
Huh? You want me to finish the rest of the stuff for you?
Yeah, of course.
All right.